Back on the cart today. Need to do some more work to this golf cart. I already did some new LED tail lights. Hope you can see them, but I put some of those on yesterday. Got them all wired up. Now, what I need to do today is finish the delete of the oil injector. Previous owner said he had did it, but he really didn't do it. So I had cut these hoses, put some screws in there. I'm gonna put some shrink wrap over that. I gotta do the same thing. I'll put some tie straps down on here. And then I'm going to end up pulling this off. I'll put some, as you can see, I've got like vacuum type block offs here, a whole different kit. I'll put one of those on there. I will put a screw in here, put the clamp back on, and then I will do the shrink wrap over those as well, and basically work on completing that actual cutoff for the oiler. Oiler is definitely leaking down there. And other issue I have, let me grab a light here so you can possibly see better, is, I don't know if you can see it down there on the fuel pump. I was possibly going to change the fuel pump, but I'm probably not going to do it now because I'm pretty sure the issue is the cracked hose. If you can see it, there is a crack in that hose, probably sucking air, so it's not pulling fuel correctly. So the replacement I got was basically a Chinese knockoff, and there were complaints by some people about the holes not lining up correctly, the bolt holes, and have to do a little modification. I just assume use the factory one. So I'm going to change that hose and swap this carb out today. I've got a new replacement carb here for it as well, and then we're going to see if we can get this thing back up and running. And hopefully once that is back up and running and I can get it tuned up and running good, then I will continue on the exterior work. I've got to do some plastic fix. Got a crack here. I'm going to try to fix that. More than likely I'm going to use one of those plastic kits where they're like heated staples, and it will secure it, and then I'll put a skim coat of fiberglass filler over it. Same thing, I got to clean up under here. Somebody had thrown some Bondo and it's kind of a mess. And once that's done, then we can start work on painting it orange and putting the decals on, and hopefully that'll be it for this cart. Alright, so I got shrink wrap over the bolts that were screwed into the hose there. Here, I put, can you see a little better now? Yeah, see 2 tie wraps, and below that is actually shrink wrap that's going to go over that piece of end of hose. So I'll heat that up and that will seal all that. Same over here, I've got a little piece of shrink wrap that I'm going to heat up and close off the very end of that, and then I'll put this clamp back over the hose. That'll be good. And here, as you can see, I have the cap on there, the vacuum cap, and I am just sliding some shrink wrap directly over that. A little too far. Right there, and we're going to heat that up and then close all that off as well. So shouldn't take much, should be a relatively easy process, and that should finalize the cutoff of the oiler injector. I'll just have to tie up a couple of these things out of the way, put a tie strap here to close that, hold that together, and that will fix that issue. We're gonna just heat these up quick. Try to get them sealed up nice. holds those bolts in there nice. We've got our last one here. I just need to pull this back up over that hose. Yeah, I lost you there for a second, but I need to pull this up over that hose. If I can get it slid over that. These lines are pretty old, so they're a little bit brittle. Not brittle, but stiff, shall we say. So, got that over that. Alright, not perfect, but pretty good. So we're going to be in good shape with that. Like I said, all I gotta do is tie strap those up, and then that portion's done. We're going to start working on the hose off that oil, off the fuel pump in a second, and then I'm going to change out the carb.